Hello and welcome to Quarter Life Crisis, and I'm your host, I am Ade. Now when I say crisis, I mean cry as in and sis as in hey sis. Welcome to episode 2. Before we get started, first of all, you know the thing how I explained like the title? I don't know if I want to do that every single episode. I'm like still playing around with it. Like, should I do every single episode? Or like will it be enough? Because I feel like once you've seen the title, when you see the title, you already know that, right? You already know. So like, do I need to explain it? Or is it like a cute little bit? I don't know. Also, I listened back to episode 1, obviously, because, I have to edit it. And it wasn't perfect. It took everything in me to not re-record it. Because 1, I want it to be as like raw, and I think the first take is when I'm most natural, and 2, I'm just getting started. I think I have to give myself some grace, and there's a part of me, like even now, the reason I'm bringing it up is because like I want to point out all the shortcomings of it so that that I know it wasn't perfect, but so that also I can be like, it's almost to be like, whatever you were gonna say, I already know it, so don't say it. That thought just came to me as I was like talking about it, because I was gonna be like, I know it. I know there was some like background noise. I know that when I said video, I was like, this is just an introductory video, girl. No one can see you. I meant podcast. Okay, so forgive me. And like I want to point out all the shortcomings that I know about, so that to have leverage the upper hand. I don't know. I think it's definitely a defense mechanism to I feel better about myself. So like, I know what went wrong, though you don't have to tell me twice, type thing. And you know what? It was imperfect. It was imperfect, and that's okay. And because you know what? Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes. What's the saying? Oh my god! Not me starting this without knowing what the saying is. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna come back to you. Just like, hold on. Don't go anywhere, okay? Okay, so the quote was, practice makes progress not perfect. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is the episodes may never be perfect, but they can get better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So now let's get to what this episode is about. As you can see by the title, I feel like by the title it seems like I'm denying my age, and I'm not doing that. I'm not ashamed of being 25, nor am I afraid of getting older in any way. But then again, maybe that's easier to say whilst I'm still young. But okay, wait, hold on a second. This is what I mean. I think this is perfect example. So I do actually want to start like the near beginning of each podcast with us taking a breath together, because I think it's important for me, even more so than you guys, to just make myself present and to be here. But I forgot. And I was like, literally now, as I was thinking about it, like it was in my head, I was like, oh my god, should I just do it? And then like when I edit it in post, I would like put it in the beginning, and I could do that. I could. But instead, I'm going to say we're about, 5 minutes, 6 minutes in. Whatever it is you're doing, obviously I know you're listening to me. Let's just together take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, you ready? In. Out. Okay, and now we're here together, present. Okay, so I just turned 25. You guys know this. I said it in the last episode. And at some point I'm not going to be able to say that anymore. And like, what comes with being 25? I feel like so much comes with being 25. I mean, there's the whole, you're in quarter life. And I know the most talked about crisis is the one in midlife, but of course there is such thing as a quarter life crisis, hence why we're all here. 25 is like, all the things that are like free or discounted or like like more accessible, that stops when you're no longer 25. And I think that's so sad because like it's just not fair. I think I understand why, because I think by the time you're 25, society expects you to have your shit together. I think that's what it is, because why stop at 25, you know? I think it should stop at 30. Sometimes I'm like, I mean, obviously older people also need like the support, the discounts, all of that. But what I'm saying is that the fact that these things end at 25 says something. You know, there are expectations of us. Like once you are 26, you know, once you're no longer 25, for the most part, for most things, not all things, you're supposed to like be able to do it by yourself. There you go. You don't need the discount anymore because you're making enough money. You don't need this to be free anymore because you're making enough money. You don't need this thing that will help you get into this industry more and these lessons and these courses and all, because you should already have that together. And even if you don't, sorry, you're gonna have to pay extra because you should be having, do you know what I mean? Like there's certain expectations that come with the age 25. But baby, I'm just a girl. I just got here. And you know what's funny is, now that I'm 25, I'm like, this is unfair. But even 16-year-old me, 15, 14-year-old me put the same pressure on 25-year-old me. Like, obviously now, okay, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. 15-year-old me, 16-year-old me thought by 25, I would have the career I wanted, be married, and have at least one kid by 25. I'm on track for 1.5 of those. And it's not the kid one, so I'll let you do with that what you will. But what I'm saying is that even when I was in my teens, I had this expectation of myself by the time I got to 25, and now that I'm here, I'm like, girl, what were you thinking? Also, there's like the things in life, society is completely different, I guess, from like back then. And when I saw 25, like I remember seeing 25-year-olds like, whoa, like they're so much older and like they've got like their life together and it's so cool and like I can't wait to be that. And now I'm a 25-year-old who's there are many ways in which I've changed, but like now that I am the age, I'm like, I still feel like a baby girl. This older like projection that I had when I was 16 on older people, even people who were like in just 20 or 21, that's not what the situation is for me, you know? And yeah, and I think coming to terms with that hasn't been difficult, actually. It's been freeing, I think, is the best thing to say. But I do just want to say, you know, I've mentioned, I'm just a girl, I'm just a baby girl. And when I turned 25, like literally on the day of turning 25, like my friends or people were like, how does it feel to be 25? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I just got here. It's only been a day. In fact, it's only been a couple of hours. What do you mean? How does it feel to be 25? I don't know. I just arrived at 25. I don't know, bro. And even like, you can insert whatever age it is. I'm just like, I just got here. And I don't think we get to be whatever age we are for long enough. Okay, wait. As I'm saying this, as I was saying, oh, I don't know, I just got to 25. I just got here. I know that technically, like, when you say, how do you, like, I have experienced 25 years on the earth, right? But the actual number 25, I just reached it now. So, I don't know. But my point is, being asked that on my birthday, I know people are just like, it's not of a, people probably don't even really expect a proper answer. Like, it's just something people say. But I'm just like, pressure. But also, we are not whatever age we are for long enough, in my opinion. You only get a year to be 25 or to say, I'm 25. You only get a year to be 16 or to say, I'm 16. You know? And even really, it's less than that. Because let's say 24-year-old me 3 months before I was 25, I was like, well, I'm about to be 25. So I was really kind of out of the headspace of 25. And I know this is a bit contradictory to my initial point of, oh, I don't know, I just got here, when I'm saying for 3 months I've been in the headspace of 25, but it's different, okay? Walk with me. So for 3 months, for the last 3 months of 24, I'm thinking about the fact that I'm going to become 25. And now I'm 25, yeah? And wait, yeah, now I'm 25. And then the first 3 months of 25, I still get confused. I'm still getting a little bit confused, actually. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually 25 now. Like, I know I've been thinking about, but I am actually 25 now. I'm supposed to be saying, hello, I'm 25. But for the first couple of months, I'm still like, sometimes I might be like, oh, I'm 24. I might be like, oh, I might forget that I'm 25. So what I'm saying is, if we take 2-3 months from both ends of each age, you really only get about 8 months to be however old you are, to like really be in it, to be really present, to like not really make the mistake. Like when someone asks you how old you are, of being like, I'm this age. And I just don't think that's long enough. Because if we look at other things that we experience in life that are only 1 year long, yes, it's a significant amount of time. And like I said, it's technically 8 months. So even if you have 8 months and you don't like take a year to get to something, for example, let's use it in like the employment sector. Like, if you've only been somewhere for 8 months, they're like, why didn't you do the whole year? What happened? That's not, like, a year is the minimum. But even nowadays, a year is not enough. They're like, oh, we want people with 2 plus years experience. 1 year is not enough. Da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? Like, in life, even if we take it out of work, in like relationships, like 1 year is great. It's fantastic. You guys have been here for a year. You did it, but a year is not long enough. Like, if someone's only been married for a year, we're like, you guys are babies, or you just started, wait till you get to the 5th year, the 10th year. If you've been in a relationship for only a year, it's still fresh. You're still expected to be in honeymoon period. So what I'm saying is, for other things, a year is not enough. And yet, for an age, for the year, for how old we are, 1 year is supposed to be enough. Like, I haven't gotten used to 24 before I have to be 25 already. What is that about? What is that about? And ultimately, it's just like time is a construct. Time is weird. Like, I just need more time. I need more time. I need to really relish in it. I need to be 25 for a good 2-3 years. And that's not to say that I'm ignoring or that I don't want to acknowledge that I'm getting older. I'm just saying that because when I'm 26, don't worry, I'm still going to say I'm 26. I'm not going to be like, I'm 25. I will tell you how old I am for real. But what I mean is, like, in terms of like society, I don't think as people, we don't get to be an age long enough before on to the next, So for me, I've personally decided that 25 is 26, is 27, is 28, is 29, right? I think I need to be experience an age, allow myself time to be something for longer than just the year that I'm allocated because of the Gregorian calendar or whatever calendar it is. Okay? But I'll never be younger or older than the decade I'm in, do you know what I mean? So like when I'm 35, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I still need to be 25. And also obviously like age is all about like how you feel as well. And I know this is all kind of like a jumble, but even talking about how you feel, I think a lot of us are like at a COVID age, because COVID did take 2 to 3 years of our lives. There's a lot of things we didn't get to do. We had to put our lives on hold. Whether you think that was a good thing or a bad thing, that's your own opinion. I'm not going to say anything. Because I think it was a bit of both. Like, obviously, I'd prefer if COVID never happened. Like, the things that happened are crazy. But maybe the world did need that pause. But at the same time, because of that pause, like I said, there's so many experiences that we didn't get to have. But we continued aging anyway. So I'm 25, but really, I just turned 23. Sorry. Because there were 2 years of things that I couldn't do because I had to stay at home, because I couldn't travel, because I couldn't see this person. Like, I don't know who I'd be if I got to go to the places that I had planned. I don't know who I'd be if you know, I was able to go out the way I wanted to go out, and maybe I'd have this job or that job. I don't know who I'd meet. I don't know what kind of relationship I'd be in. I don't know who I'd be friends with. Do you know what I mean? Like that so many things have happened. And obviously I don't want to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda, what if. Like my life is what it is now, and everything that is for me is for me. Like it can never miss me. So it's fine. But what I'm saying, like in terms of like developmental way, there are many ways in which I'm still or just a 23-year-old, you know, even though I'm 25. Yeah. And I think that's also why, because of all of this, I think that's also why I really like the idea, someone said that like when you're an adult, you know, or when you're in your 20s, whatever ages that you are, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself. It's like, oh, I'm this age. You know, how I started by saying that, you know, 25, there's certain expectations of us. And like, oh, I'm this age, so I should have this together. Or like, I'm an adult now, so I should. But you've only been an adult for like, so me, let's use 25. And I'm going to take proper adulthood from 20, because I know legally it's 18. But I'm still in like the teens. So from 20, I'm a 5-year-old adult. I've only been doing this for 5 years. So I'm still a rookie, you know? I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to not have everything together, to not know everything. In fact, I should be more... I don't know, I just think more grace should be extended. We're just a 5-year-old adult. We've just started this. Like, it's okay if it's taking you some time to figure out how to adult. And, you know, all of us have different experiences. And some of us are in a stage where, like, we haven't, even though we've been adults for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, we weren't allowed to feel like adults. Or some of us have been adults for way longer when we shouldn't have. You know, some people had to start being an adult when they were like 12. But what I'm trying to say is, take it easy. Extend some grace to yourself. Take it slow. It's alright if you don't have everything together. It's okay if you're lost. Or sometimes being lost is exactly where you need to be, baby. You know, you're not meant to be found just yet. Preparation. And sometimes being lost. I actually heard this from another podcast called Soul Salon. And she was saying that sometimes being lost is actually when you're most in tune with the universe, because I think a lot of the times we try to control things. I know I do. And ultimately, everything is out of our control. And when you're lost, you don't know what to do, when you don't know where to go, it's when you're most, because you're like, oh, bruh, I had no control over this. And that's when you're most in tune. And maybe when you need to come into like, in your intuition and relax and just like open. And I know I felt like that for a while. Yeah, those are my thoughts. That's what I wanted to say. And so I want to know, like, what are your thoughts? Will you be adopting my new philosophy of like being 25 when you're actually 27? And you know what I mean. I've explained it to you. I don't mean saying I'm 25 when I am actually 27, but like the mindset of I'm still allowed to be how I was figuring stuff out when I was 25. Or even, let's say you're 22, you're still allowed to be figuring things out as the same way when you were 20, you know, like getting to know that age for a little bit longer, but still being, I feel like the more I explain it, the less sense it makes, so I'm going to stop. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Will you be adopting my philosophy? Do you like letting go of an age each year? Like, because maybe you don't need to be like me. And I'm not trying to hang on to every age, but like, maybe you're not like me and you're good with a year for each age, you know? Maybe you're like 25, gone. I'm 26 now. Let's move on, you know? And also, because I did mention that time is a construct. Like, if time is a construct, why the hell did we choose to construct it this way? Like, why? Why did we constrict ourselves with with time? Like, why didn't we make it more free-flowing? I don't know. But that's just, like, my thoughts. But yeah, that's all for this episode. Thank you for listening. And remember, you can find me on Instagram at iamid_night and on TikTok at iamidnight. And that's night with a K, because I am your knight in shining armor. I will save. No, I'm joking. I don't know why I said that. I won't save you. I can't save you. I can't. But yeah, thank you for listening to episode 2 of Quarter Life Crisis, and I hope you'll stay a while and lend me your ears again next week. Bye.